Welcome back. In this video, we're going to learn about the logical OR operator and how it works similarly to the AND, only it checks to see if either of two conditions are true. Let's dive in. Now, this is the logical OR operator. It looks like two vertical lines. Now, OR behaves somewhat differently than the AND operator. If expression 1 is true and expression 2 is true, then OR returns true, just like the AND. However, OR will return true if just one of these expressions evaluates to true. For example, if expression 1 is true but expression 2 is false, then OR will still return true. Likewise, if expression 1 is false but expression 2 is true, OR will still return true. It's only when expression 1 and 2 are both false that OR returns false. If either one of them are true, OR will return true. Now, before I give you your challenge, I'm going to set up some code in our program. So here we are in our program, and here we're moving the ax, and we're adding 10 to the xy coordinate every frame. Now, instead of 10, I'm going to create a variable called direction. So let's go up here to the x coordinates, and just below the x coordinates, I'm going to make an integer called direction, and I'm going to initialize it with the value of 10. And down here, when we move the ax, instead of 10, I'm going to use direction. Now, just after we've moved the ax, I'm going to place an if statement, and I'm going to check the xy coordinate and see if it's greater than 450. Why 450? Well, remember, if we scroll up to our window dimensions, 450 is the height of the window. So, if xy is greater than 450, it's scrolled down past the lower edge of the window. Now, if this happens, I'm going to take direction and I'm going to reverse its sign by saying direction equals negative direction. If direction is positive 10, then direction with a minus sign at the beginning will return negative 10. But if direction is negative 10, then direction with a minus sign at the beginning will return positive 10. So the negative sign will negate the value. So the effect of this if statement is that whenever xy goes down to the edge of the window, direction will reverse sign, and now the amount added to xy each frame will have the opposite sign. So xy should move in the opposite direction. Let's go to run and start debugging. And there's the ax, and it bounced and went back up in the opposite direction. Perfect. So here's your challenge. You're going to use the logical OR operator in our if check, where xy is greater than 450 is the left side of the OR operator. You need to figure out what goes on the right side of the OR operator in order to reverse the ax direction when the ax comes back up to the top edge of the window. Go ahead and pause the video and give this a try. Okay, so we're here in our program, and here's the if xy is greater than 450. Now, I also want to use the OR operator here, and what I'm going to check is if xy is less than 0. That means it went all the way up to the top of the window, and its y-coordinate passed 0. Let's go to run and start debugging and see how this looks. And there it is. The ax is going up and down and bouncing back and forth. Now let's think about how this is working. As soon as the ax hits the bottom, xy is greater than 450 becomes true, which means direction becomes reversed. Now, as soon as the ax reaches the top of the window, xy is less than 0 becomes true, and the direction becomes reversed again. So direction is positive 10 when the ax is moving down, but it's negative 10 when the ax is moving up. So it's constantly flip-flopping between positive and negative values thanks to this if check. Okay, so in summary, we learned about the logical OR operator and how it's similar to the AND operator, only it returns true if either the left or the right expressions are true. we used the OR operator to detect when the axe hits the edge of the screen. This allowed us to reverse the axe's direction by changing the sign of the direction variable. Excellent job! In the next video, we're going to talk about how to detect if the axe hits the circle. Stay tuned.